obviously, mobile is a huge percentage of where consumers are spending their time. 80% of that is in-app, and most of those apps are, a broad spectrum of whether it's casual games or, social tools and things like that. And so basically, we make that inventory available for brand buyers to access consumers wherever they are. And the beauty of mobile is you can target unique devices, you can identify those, you can layer on your own data, and so you can really get very specific. There's location information, so you can really have your campaign targeted directly to your core audience versus more broadcast medium like a TV or radio or print. And there's still a huge amount of performance dollars that are flowing through mobile. You see a lot of cost per install kind of campaigns, and we certainly support that at InMobi, but more and more you've seen brand and you've seen programmatic be kind of the driver of growth within the mobile ecosystem. So we've seen all the traditional desktop buyers really kind of jump full into mobile and buying in-app because it performs really well for their campaigns, and it performs well because that's where their target audience is. So, even if it's a brand buyer, they're still looking at KPIs, whether it's things like simple viewability. We've been kind of a leader in in-app viewability. We were one of the first to integrate both Moat and IS into our SDK. So that's always been a key factor for us, whether click-through or even just delivery, in terms of reach. 2018 has really been kind of that flight to quality. So you hear a lot of people talk about supply path optimization and making sure that buyers know where they're getting their supply from. That actually has been really good for our business. We've always been kind of a direct-to-publisher, large SDK footprint. We've really invested heavily in that. We've gone through tag certification. I mentioned the viewability stuff. We're standardizing on double verify for fraud. So we've really kind of tried to embrace that flight to quality and make sure that we're delivering the table stakes of, transparent, highly viewable, inventory that buyers want to buy. I think most publishers would say, hey, there's value in being wherever consumers want to access your content or, however you're delivering it. Our perspective is app represents about 80% of mobile usage, and so that's the lion's share, and that's where we focus our time, and that's also allows us to deliver more unique things that are, from an advertising standpoint, that are challenging to do in a mobile web environment. So we can deliver highly viewable video, we can do it in real time, we can make sure the ads are available when the user wants to see it, so there's not a lot of load time waiting, and that actually leads to performance for the advertisers. So that's why we focused on in-app.
And just to expand that a little bit in terms of the kind of media units that go through your system and what's popular and kind of what you're seeing, and also perhaps the creative elements that you're seeing or that you would like to see.
Sure. It really it varies by region. So you'll see in APAC, native is really popular. In the US, video is kind of a table stake for us. Rewarded video is increasingly a valuable currency, and we've seen advertisers really embrace that because there's a nice value exchange between the brand and the consumers. And then there's still lots of traditional banners, 320 by 50s, 300 by 250s. The solution we try and bring to publishers is to offer them access to demand across all the different ad units, and then leave it to them to decide from a user standpoint how they want to deliver those ads, what fits best within the user experience for their particular app. What's next for us? That's a great question. I think we're going to continue to stick with what we've done well, which is stay focused on app, broaden that focus to include connected television and over the top. We'll continue to build out our SDK footprint, which has been kind of what's driven the buy-side relationships we have, and make sure that we're kind of top of the food chain when people think of in-app and the quality and transparent inventory they want to buy. So it's not really nothing revolutionary in 2019. It's really more the same with kind of an expansion into, like I was saying, connected television and those kind of things.
So Scott, you guys are making a move into connected TVs as part of your business offering. What will that look like?
So we'll work with app developers that have apps on, connected TV platforms like Roku, or a lot of the consumption for some of those is actually on mobile devices. So it's a natural extension of what we're already doing, since we're very focused on mobile. So we view it as really complementary.